So now we're going to talk about hooks, bobbing and weaving, and throwing punches to the stomach. So, and angling. There's a lot to this next drill. So we're going to start very simply with the idea of bobbing and weaving. This is where you draw the letter U with your head in order to get away from a hook punch or a circular attack to the head. This is basically body defense, or in this case head defense, versus a hook punch or a hooking punch type motion, like I'm trying to reach around her neck from a headlock or something. So that type of motion. But we start with just the bob and weave drill. So she's in fighting stance, I'm in fighting stance. I am going to throw a very wide, obvious hook towards her head, and she's going to draw the letter U and come up behind the punch, like so. Okay, come back. Do it on the other side. Okay, so that teaches, notice she's not only drawing the letter U, she's also moving a little bit. And this teaches her to get used to getting out of the way of the punch and ending up on my dead side, and actually behind me if she can. So that's the basic bob and weave. You do it on one side a few times so your partner gets used to it, then do it on the other side a few times and start mixing and matching. So let's just do the bob and weave. Okay. Okay, so that's the basic bob and weave. Next, we're going to work on adding an attack during the bobbing and weaving. The first attack that she has the opportunity for, in this case, is a low hook punch to my stomach as she's ducking under. So we're going to go slow. She still does the bob and weave, and as the pad holder, I exhale and tense up my stomach when she does the punch. Now, this is a very good training tool for both of us because I'm learning to take a punch, she's learning to give a punch during the middle of the technique, and it's kind of a safe punch as long as I talk to her about the level that I'm comfortable with. Harder, softer, whichever way. My instructor once told me that your training partner is the best tool to have because you can adjust them based on what you need. So don't be afraid to talk to your training partner. They're there to learn and they're there to help you learn. So take advantage of that. So we're going to give a few where I throw a wide hook just like before. She does the bob and weave, but she drags her hand across my stomach with a hook punch of her own. So you hear me exhaling and taking the punch. And that's a good way to build up getting used to taking impacts to the body, or body hardening as it's called. So that's the next step, is throwing the punch to the stomach as you go through. But that's not the only step. So the next one is she adds a second punch with her other hand to my head. Now, I'm going to start with just covering so that you can see her punch. And then we'll go from there and turn it into a little bit more of a drill. Covering, I'm just putting my hand on the back of my head, teeth closed, chin down, and elbow in, and she's going to hit my arm, is the idea. So she does the bob and weave, hits the stomach, and then the head. Okay. This also teaches me, when I throw a wide hook and she's not there, to bring that hand back fast. Right now it's a cover, later on it will be a specific technique. So next we add to it, I want her to be able to throw a little bit more power with that head hook. So what I'm going to do as her pad holder, once I'm used to how she moves, is I'm going to throw my hook, and instead of throwing this, well, I do bring it back to my face, I step back and bring this hand out and let her hook that instead of this. That way she can hook something hard, and this stays pretty. So we'll give that a couple of goes here. Nice and easy. Take your hook up. Okay. Don't swing wide. Uno más. One more, come on. You got this. Keep going. final stage of this drill, I'm actually going to take the focus mitts off so you can see, is to put the Krav Maga hook punch defense into this technique. So she gets to work her bob and weave. She gets to work working a hook punch to the body and to the head. And I get to work throwing a hook and also defending a hook with the proper Krav Maga hook punch defense. So instead of covering, I change it to this. So we'll give that a few times. I'm just going to take my gloves off so you can see the hand position a little better. All right? In my head. Okay? So this hook punch defense. So she gets to work her attacks, I get to take a punch, and I get to defend the second punch. So this is a little bit more dynamic and scary, but as you trust your partner, as you get to know each other's movements a little bit, you can add more power, have the mouthpiece in, maybe have the headgear on, and really put some power into it. So this is the bob and weave with hook punch defense.